Dude, public service announcement. I'm gonna tell y'all something that you ain't gonna hear a lot of people tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm just I'm just gonna say this. Any dude that's caught up on money, like really on money, that's feminine, man. I said it. Yes, I said it. Men should not be caught up on money like that. You should just be caught up on living. Okay? Now we live in a money world, money system. This world is a matriarchal system. Matrix, matriarch. Really, what a man is trying to do is obtain peace in his life, regardless. Now, some have the fortune of coming upon more fortunes, but it doesn't change his personality. Doesn't change who he is, and if anything, he's even more of a philanthropist. You know, kind of reminds me of Keanu Reeves, the way that he goes around living his life, despite all the money he makes. He don't want you to see him for that. When you see Keanu Reeves, you see Keanu Reeves. Kind of similar to Eminem as well. Like Eminem, he ain't really like that. You know what I mean? Like he ain't like that when it comes to money. Like people know that he'd rather have a Casio watch instead of an AP. I mean, nothing wrong with getting an AP instead of the Casio, but you got others that they got other things in mind. They don't want to just feel like that's what makes them is the way they shine. Chad Johnson, aka Ocho Cinco, thinks the same way. And actually, 50 Cent thinks the same way, even though he was big on get rich or die trying earlier in his career. Some people, they grow more, and with time, they think different, and that's what happened with 50 Cent. So, shout out to 50 Cent for that. He ain't big on all the big luxury designer stuff. For you to see that it's him. So I say all that to say. Hypergamy, the root to all evil. Just people being caught up on money. Because in the Bible, it says the love of money is the root to all evil. It doesn't say money is the root to all evil. It says the love of money is the root to all evil. Okay? And so it's not hypergamy attached to this idea of the love of money. Okay? And I'm speaking on this because it's funny, like many years ago when I first started being an antagonist towards hypergamy, back in the days when I started doing videos like that, hardly anybody was against hypergamy back then, And I was just going at it. And now all of a sudden, fast forward, now all of a sudden the light bulb goes on in everybody's head, realizing like, yo, hypergamy is bad. It's for the streets. You know what I mean? I guess because of all those old fans accounts, you know what I'm saying? All these lesser feminine aspiring to just be the next celebrity chick off the block, talking about that hot girl ish, making money like that, right? Stuff like that. They aspire men to provide. They talk like that because any girl talking about a man needs to provide, she's speaking from a hypergamous standpoint. It's about Ed. It's not about what's going on in his head, what's going on in his heart as a man. And so, you got guys out here also thinking similar to a lot of these chicks, talking about, if we ain't talking about making money, we can't talk. Like, oh, sounds like what these chicks be telling dudes. If you ask me, like, oh, we can't talk if you're not talking about money. We can't talk. We can't have a relationship. Like, dang. So guys like think in a similar vein. So, I just believe with men it should be all about growth and development. That money comes way last. Because if it's just a guy trying to get on his feet, based on the way the system has done him, there's many ways to get that done without any amount of money involved. Now, it's just that money does get involved in our lives, but we don't have to get involved with that money that's in our life. We can just find other ways around it. And let's say, as men, money does show up in the conversation. Well, no, I'm just like, bro, you ain't got to pay me back. That's you. That's all love, bro. You sure, man? You ain't have to do that, bro. Keep that. That's for you, man. That's all love. That's for me, bro. That's how it should be. Like money is just like not even uttered off a man's mouth. As far as him out here trying to get it, even if he's talking about the way he's trying to get through life, the way he's trying to hustle. He ain't hustling just to get rich. He's hustling just to keep people off his back. He trying not to have debt to his name. He trying not to go to jail because of somebody doing child support on him, right? Like, so really for him, money has been a hindrance. Money has been a bondage for a certain man like that. So by the time he does have a little bit of sense of wealth, he actually still has the mindset of that same type of man. He's just a little bit more humble about it, right? He's just like, yo, I ain't never really lived like that, man. This just I've always had to grind hard, man. Like I don't look at money like that. I'm gonna help somebody. Now if I see they trying to basically rob me, because anybody that's just trying to take advantage of you money wise, they just trying to rob you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why you look? All you had to do was ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because a real man will say that. Like, yo, you ain't have to do all that, man. Like, yo, if you need something, I got you. You ain't got to take advantage of me. You ain't got to rob me or nothing like that, man. Like, what is it? You know, your family, like, what can we do? But see, that's the thing, trying to be like someone doing kind deeds, and you got to deal with these cutthroats, these lesser masculine guys acting like females because they want to get something. They don't want to have to go earn it or actually try to get something for their fellow brother. I mean, because you got to realize you blessed to be a blessing. All the stuff you have in life, it's not for you. It's for other people. It's for you to be a blessing to somebody else, right? And that's especially for men, but even so for women. So ladies, even when a man is taking care of you, it's not that he's providing for you. He's doing that because of how you coincide with him. He's giving you his sense of gratitude, right? Out of what he's worked hard for. I've always said, real men don't provide. They only share what they work hard for. And he does that to his discretion towards those that appreciate him, right? And with a little bit of that change, see, what my mom used to do, if my pops ever made some money and he gave her a little bit, she held on to that money, and she spent that money right back on him, making sure he had something, just out the blue. Times are different now. A man has to literally think twice about asking his old lady, and then that looks weak, bro. You ain't got it together. You got to ask your old lady for some money. It's like she's a helpmeet. That's what she's there for, especially girls that are educated. See, I'm trying to throw y'all some recipe. I don't give out game. Ladies, for you educated ones, I'm going to give you a good recipe. This will be a good remedy for you. Hey, you got that education, you got that degree, you got that brand, put that to good use for a man that wouldn't mind your assistance. Okay? Put that to good use, especially if he's trying to work on a business. You know, y'all can do that together. See, the whole problem with what marriage has become, divorce has become, is about the money, and you're not even thinking of the long term. You just thought about that couple $100,000 you can get out of that business, but you robbed a Fortune 500 company that was guaranteed to bring on generational wealth. You're gonna rob a man of a company that was going to make generational wealth just because you wanted a measly couple $100,000. Make that make sense. That's why hypergamy is the root to all evil, but translated, hypergamy, aka the love of money, is the root to all evil. I'm trying to break this down as simple as possible, because now that everybody catching up on my wave, if you will, I'm just gonna say it. You're catching up on my wave about now speaking out, realizing hypergamy wasn't good in the first place. I'm gonna come back with some more context to what I've been saying long before everybody else been saying it. Okay, hypergamy is the root to all evil, because hypergamy can be translated as the love of money. Okay, now one more thing I'm gonna throw in here before this video is done. Okay, people like to bring up the Stone Ages to think that was about hypergamy. No, you think that she got with the primitive man back then because of what he had? No, it was what he could do for her, meaning safety. Like, she felt safe and comfortable, like she felt happy around him. You think that, people back in the days, they were like cavemen, and they had no emotion, they had no communication, they dealt with the same things we dealing with right now. Like, someone made her happy, safe, protected her, loved her, and that's who she got with. It didn't matter the status of that man back in the day. It didn't matter if he was the wealthiest man amongst the clans and the tribes. If there wasn't a sense of her feeling safe around him, and that's what I mean by safe, ladies. It's not just protecting you from harm. No, it's safe because you feel safe with him. He's not dangerous to you. Okay? You're thinking about how, he needs to make me safe and protected and secure. You don't realize that he might be the one you need to be safe from? I'm just saying. But you so caught up on hypergamy, you're not realizing that this dude got you on he got you on a hit list. Yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, yeah. You thinking that you found your sugar daddy. He gonna give you some sugar, all right? He gonna give you some sugar. You said around through life. People talk about evolution through the Darwinism lens. Yeah, they do. Like to say that people back then were just stupid, primitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. People like the only thing that was different back then was the curses of the land. But that doesn't mean that people were devolved of their intellect. No, they were cursed. The land was cursed. They were all the resources were gone. It was ravaged based on whatever they did in their life that brought upon destruction upon their civilization. You know, their technology was gone. All that was gone. That doesn't mean their intellect was gone, though. Okay, so yeah, everybody think we came from monkeys. That's why I just kind of was a few minutes ago, because I guess people just think we came from monkeys. Come on, y'all. But it's kind of monkeys seeing how people will go bananas if you don't get them a little bit of bread. Okay, well, banana nut bread. How about that? Thanks a million.